Hey, what's up, y'all? So a few days ago, Google had their I/O event for 2026, and they made a bunch of announcements of like a new AI model, some smart glasses stuff, and a whole myriad of different other things. But one thing that they announced was an updated version of Antigravity. What is Antigravity? It's basically like their piece of software that helps you code and do like engineering coding stuff, even if you're not really a coder. It's kind of like their version of Claude Code, if you've heard of that, or ChatGPT's Codex. And it's kind of a conversation that's happening more nowadays. And I've used the anti-gravity coding tool previously, and honestly, it kind of sucked. My first round of it, I hated it. But since they made an update to this 2.0 version, I decided to kind of give it a look and see what it was about. Because yeah, apparently they've done a lot in terms of just some added features, and the whole damn thing is a little different. I think they're trying to mimic the like popularity of Claude Code and ChatGPT's Codex and everything, and some of the things that really worked over there. So, anyways, I decided to give it a shot. This is what it looks like if you're not familiar. It's basically it looks similar to like your experience with ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or any of those things, right? It's just a chat box in the middle. You got your history of your conversations on the side, so it's not that scary. The only difference is that you can have it work on like specific folders and specific files within your actual computer environment, and it can like code up things and create things, whether it's like websites or games or automations or blah blah blah. I even had like an issue with my computer where the settings was jacked up or something. I told it to go in there and change the settings for me, and it did that too. So it's a pretty useful tool. And I know whenever you hear coding, especially if you're not an engineer, it feels like super damn scary. But like honestly, I'd recommend checking it out and trying the conversation. So, anyways, with the 2.0 version of anti-gravity, I was like, all right, let's give this sucker a try and see what it can do. And I wanted to use an example that they actually used in their demo, which is I wanted it to go ahead and create for me the Doom game. If y'all ever played Doom before, that 3D first-person shooter game, you know what's what here. So this was the prompt I gave it, just a simple prompt like, hey, I want you to go ahead and create an interactive web app that resembles the classic Doom game. I want it to be visually polished, damn near stunning, create all the graphics and everything that you need to make it so. I wanted to have all the features and capabilities that Doom previously had with the same exact style. And at the end of your task, I should have a playable game that will really impress me. And then I gave it some details about like what folder I wanted it to use, basically. So I gave it that prompt. It went off, did a shit ton of work, basically. And then there was a second prompt that I had to give it before it was ready, and that was just noticing, hey, there's a bit of an issue, as you can tell from the screenshot. The opening menu is kind of getting cut off. On top of that, there's no heads up display throughout the game, which is a common feature of Doom. So, fix that. Went off and did a bunch more work. And with those two prompts alone, that's all I typed. I just typed that and let it do all of its work. It ended up creating this game, which already has the Doom vibe to it, and some of the humor behind it as well. Is like, all right, what's the difficulty you want to select? I'm too young to die, hurt me plenty, nightmare. I'm gonna go middle of the road here a little bit with hurt me plenty, and then enter fate. And boom, we have fully played that grid. Has its own little boom, 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 little damn soundtrack to it and whatnot. Which I didn't tell it to do. But it was cool that it did that. I can gather some points, go into these different rooms, open it up, look for some bad guys. Oh, damn. Shoot the individual. Do some exploration. There's another guy. So, I mean, like you saw, these were like two prompts, and this is a locally hosted game right on my computer. It took like, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, somewhere in there. And it did it pretty damn well, honestly. It's got the vibe. I didn't have to go back and forth with it a whole bunch to figure out like what issues it was having. And as you can tell, it is pretty damn playable. And it's a maze, so I got to kind of figure out how to. I don't have the key for this one, so I have to figure out how to play it. But anyways, I thought it was pretty impressive, and I just wanted to share it with y'all. I thought this was worth looking into, and if y'all haven't played around with any of these coding tools before that AI is spinning up, do it, because you can do fun stuff like this. I built lots of like web apps and automations and websites with it too. I think it's worth exploring. So yeah, give it a shot. Let me know what you think, and go out there and explore. Peace out, y'all.